Slim's the Bank, and this is the release. All right, we over here. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Rob Padrino.
All right, and you have a new album out. What's the name of that album?
Project is called Formula Rob.
All right, and when did you drop it?
I just dropped it this year in January 2024.
All right, and is this your first album, second album, third?
It will be my first under the rebrand of my new name, Rob Padrino.
All right, and before we start recording, you told me that you know me from a while ago. I need that other moniker. You want to talk about that?
So when I first started making music, I used to be known as Image NVP. The NVP stood for New Vegas Patriot. That was a group that my brother had curated. And then I rebranded to Rob Roman, which is my government name. And then I rebranded again to RXB RXMAN, which is Rob Roman. I swapped the O's for the X's. And then rebranded now a fourth time under Rob Padrino.
And are you going to stay there, or
Yeah,
are you not sure yet?
Nah, I think this is the one. I think this is the name for me, the character, the persona, just who I am and feel that I'm meant to be.
All right, and like, how important is a name? Because you had Image, and then you wasn't really feeling it, or whatever the case may be, or you outgrew that name. So, like, how important is a name to a recording artist?
Your name is your identity. You can take it any way you want, and you could put it to anything you want. Identity is everything, and what you identify as, especially in today's times, it means a lot to people, and it allows them to be who they are and express themselves without anyone being able to constrict them of their thoughts, beliefs, feelings, etc. So as an artist, finding your name, it's what helps stick to a potential fan, to something that gravitates to them.
So what made you gravitate to Rob Padrino?
So Padrino, if you say it in Spanish, is Padrino, which is Godfather. So that's kind of my character and who I am and the type of person who I am. I run things. I help. I own. I plan. I do things within the community. It's just that father figure to be there for someone. As young as I am, I get called big bro by people older than me, just of how involved I am with my daily job. But just even beside that, just my ability to just give and not care for anything in return. Yeah.
All right, and when it comes down to the album, Formula, what made you come up with that name?
So, Formula Rob is actually, if you've read the book, Think and Grow Rich, and the book is based on, a lot of it, the book is based on finances. So it's ideally, if you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about, because they speak in the book specifically of this. This is something that I could say to you 100 times, I could say to you 1,000 times, but if it doesn't click, you ain't gonna get it. I could break it down as easy as pi. I could make it as complex as algebra or physics. It has to be able to click to you. And they talk about that in the book. And I speak about it in my project. Ideally, it's having the desire to to want, be, do anything. It's manifestation, pure manifestation in its core.
Yep, and I got that book right up on my bookshelf right now. But so when I was checking out your album and I looked at the track list, it kind of threw me off. It was like letters and numbers, and I was like, "What is this about?"
Okay, so
Go ahead.
all right, so formula, but this is my translation of Think and Grow Rich into music. And the book, as I said, in the book, they speak on finances, but for me, it's not financial what I'm looking. Yes, I do want to live comfortably and be able to provide and for my family, for myself. But for me, it's more than just finances. For me, it's ultimately success, which is my formula. Desire plus persistence times consistency squared equals success. So each song is the exponent, if you will, which would be D plus P times C squared equals S.
Okay, everybody, go look that up. You know, but so since we talk about names, because I was looking at the P's, and I was looking at the D's and G to G, and like, but as I'm listening to the songs, I understand the way that the letters are correlated, with the correlation with the actual letters.
So I would be intro, but then it starts with me, and then D, desire, and then you have persistence. You have consistency, G to G, which is gotta go, because I gotta go get what I want. And then S is success. And that would be and then you have OT, which is overtime. So, and then I have 2 extra songs on there, which is Pit, Pain is Temporary, which is kind of like a filler song, bonus song. So if you look on my website, I actually have 2 different versions. So regular Formula Rob version doesn't have Pit or NY on there. Only the exclusive version where the $50 bundle, where if you buy it, you receive free merchandise with your purchase.
Is it specific merchandise, or is it you're gonna find out?
No, it's a Formula Rob t-shirt. It's a green shirt that looks like a chalkboard kind of deal with the formula on there. And then I have the letters like upside down, kind of like crossword cheats. So you can see what it is upside
The little cheat code?
Yeah.
Oh, so back in school, did you used to cheat on your tests?
Every once in a while. Once in a while.
All right, and I never asked you, where you from?
I'm from the Bronx.
All right. You mentioned it on the album, but for the people that haven't listened to the album yet.
Yeah.
And now, speaking about it, because you were talking about the deluxe version, the regular version, your website. Your album is only available on your website.
Yeah.
What made you decide to do that?
So I used to have my music on the platforms last year. Well, we're in 2024. I would say 2020, late 2022 is when I took my music down. For me, it's about building my core fans, my super fans. I want people to look for me. I don't necessarily want to give you the easy way out right now. Right now, at this very point in time, I'm not looking for the average listener. The average listener is gonna ask me if I'm on Spotify or Apple, and I can say I have my website, and they won't go to it, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you're not the person. You're not my target audience right now. My target audience right now is to find people who are really into my music, who want to look for me, who understand the message, who feel the connection from my words to the microphone.
Okay. And also I noticed that on this album, you only have one feature. Why is that?
I'm slowing my features down. Prior to, as I said before, I've rebranded multiple times, and throughout my 10-year, maybe a little bit more with music, I've done a lot of features, and mostly my music, with people featuring on my music, which is nothing wrong with that either. I want to be able to make the song shine. I don't want to have to add someone else's seasoning to the dinner. Let me master my plate first before I try to take someone else's style and twist it up a bit.
I definitely feel you on that, and because I've noticed in this generation of music, a lot of artists, they look to just throw a lot of features on every project, every song, to try to grab their audience,
Yeah.
or just not have to write 2 full verses or 3 full verses. I just have to write one verse and maybe a hook, and then I'm done with that song. I just throw another feature up on it. But for you, I got to really understand who Rob is up on this project. And I think I understand the reason why you had that one feature. I don't think that you was going to be able to hit those notes
Yeah.
for that particular song.
That's actually an old song. Well, a lot of these tracks are old to me and new to everyone. This project has been in the works for about 2021, maybe. I've done re-edits. I went through a depression where I just didn't want to do music anymore. Just things happened along the way, and I had a few people, my boy J Dell specifically, that he heard the project and he was like, and my boy Kayvon, I think you know Kayvon, Team League.
Yes.
Yes. So, and Kayvon, I sent the project to Kayvon, but when I sent it to Kayvon, it was before the edits, and both of them was like, "Yo, you need to release this. Like, you can't leave this in the treasure chest." So, here it is now.
Yeah. So I want to ask you this question. When it comes down to artists, 'cause a lot of artists do that. They hoard their music and they just hold on to it. Do you think that, like a matter of fact, I'll just ask you, why do you think that is? Or why is that for you? Like, what made you want to just, hold on to the music and potentially not release it?
It could, for me, multiple reasons. Originally, I did music for me. I didn't really do it for anyone else. But along the way, people liked it. So, that helped or influenced me to want to do it in a professional environment. But as far as a lot of unreleased music, a lot of it would go to confidence, feeling the confidence in the music, whether you think it's good or not. The timing, because timing is everything with music. It happens now where sometimes artists, you think they're before or after their time. Like some people would say with The Weeknd that he belonged in the 80s, but he belongs where he is at the end of the day. It's the influence and the style that you portray with your music. So it's really about being timeless. Finding the right record that doesn't matter what time period it is. It can always have replay value.
Okay, and on this project, which song do you think has that timeless?
I don't know. Maybe Pit. Because everybody goes through stuff all the time. I could say Gotta Go because it's very New York. But I don't know. That would have to be for the
listener.
For the listeners to decide.
So listeners, when you're watching this interview and you're going to check out his project, inbox him and let him know which one of his songs is that timeless song. And now, all right, a matter of fact, what I want to do is I want to throw out a track and I want you to tell me what were you thinking about and what made you create that song.
Or
All right, so we'll start with Pit.
okay.
Well, P. The third track on
P.
yeah.
That's persistence.
Oh. So which one is Pit?
Pit is not. It would be in the special edition, so you will have to go to the.
The number 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's start with P on the regular edition.
Persistence.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how I said in the first verse. Or was it? If I wanted that bad, I don't even have to ask myself. Had to go to get this bag myself. So it's like, if something for me, if I really want something, I get it. Just naturally, and that's why time is money kind of clicked to me right away, because at a young age I've been able to manifest things. And I didn't know how, what, why, or what was happening at the time. Because I was about 18 when I really first experienced that. The law of attraction, you can say, where like I really was like, I want this now, and I got it.
Okay, and now, gotta get it. G2G, track number 5.
So there's actually a big backstory behind that song.
Please do tell.
So that is actually the first beat for me that I actually produced, and I got assistance from my boy Obi from Jersey. So I actually wrote that song 2022. Wasn't even part of the project. It was just something I heard the beat from another producer that I really like. I invest in my music in, and the song in particular, I wanted to buy the exclusive rights to it, but I couldn't afford it because exclusive rights can be expensive.
Yeah.
So I decided to do the basic lease. So I did the basic lease, but something was telling me to buy the unlimited, because they have unlimited now. Because even if someone buys it, I can still use it.
Yeah, you can keep
going. I don't
going.
own it, but I can still keep the song out. I can still at least keep going without
unlimited streams, unlimited downloads, perform it, make a video.
Exactly. So this particular moment, I chose not to do that. I did the basic lease. Literally, like the next day, the beat got sold, and
it was that good.
I was so tight, like tight. I'm like, that got me depressed. I didn't want to even release the song because I liked the hook so much. The hook was like the first thing that I wrote. I wrote the verses a couple of times throughout the years, made edits here and there, but the hook was
always the same.
Always the same. And I was like, yo, this hook, I was like, this is it right here. So one day I started, my own, like trying to produce or whatever, and I'm going through Splice. And bam, 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 bam. I'm like, oh,
you heard that loop?
Shit, I heard the loop. I heard the loop. So it was over. So I downloaded it, messed around
you
with
that one credit?
Yup, used my credit, messed around with it. And then I sent it to my boy in Jersey, Obi. He's like more of a fine tuner, and he knows how to like really produce and master and all that stuff. So I'm like, look, this is the template.
Work your magic.
And then you can add a little twist to it. And then, he did his little thing. So, I get my little producer credits.
Co-producer.
And then, I got Obi on there as well.
All right. And let's do one more. Let's do OT.
OT.
Track number 7 on the deluxe edition, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So I know I think that's actually on that might
On
be
the
on
regular?
the regular one as well.
Okay.
There's only Pit and NY on the
So only two
only two
bonuses.
bonuses.
Okay.
For OT, that song is actually produced by Obi. That is different. It was different. It was kind of today, and but weird in a way. Kind of like it fit me, but still wasn't full with today's sound. And I was still able to make a twist and still flow with it, and it just worked. And that's actually one of my boys' favorite songs.
Okay. And now, speaking of Obi, do you have any other producers on this album, or it was just Obi and yourself?
It was Obi, myself, and then the other producer from the original Gotta Go. Like maybe 2 songs are from him.
Okay. All right. So, and I spoke to you about this. Music videos. Let us know about them.
I actually just filmed a music video on Sunday for a new song called Moves 2. I had Moves Part 1. I'm not sure if I re-uploaded it on my website. A lot of the reason why I decided to take down a lot of the music was because I lost some of the masters. Hard drive got messed up, so it's like could re-record them, but then it's like I don't even rap like that no more. I don't sound that way.
You have that same emotion, that same mindset.
Yeah, so some of the songs I did put up and they're free, even for the free download. So just because I don't have the masters for it, so it's
Just
whatever.
take it.
Yeah, just here. So I might, if it's not already up, I might re-upload Moves Part 1. And then I have a new song, Moves 2, which I just did the video for, which is kind of like, I think that might be my that might be my banger. That might be my hit.
All right, now, back to Formula. So now, for the people that's watching, listening to this interview, on your website, they can listen for free. And if they want to support, they can go ahead and make that purchase.
Correct.
So I want them to understand that they can go and listen to the deluxe. And if they like it, support it.
Correct.
And I think that's a smart move for like a lot of artists. Because with the streaming, they have their, whatever platform that they prefer. And they can listen to unlimited music, pretty much for free. But knowing that, Rob is an independent artist looking to make it, and if you like it, then you can go ahead and purchase it, just like if you was to go to a movie or whatever the case may be.
So I want to say, when I had my music up on the platforms, I had anywhere around 15,000 streams, which is all right. It's not bad. But when I think about it, I'm like, if I can get 15,000 streams on my website, people will want to advertise on my website. Why wouldn't they want to? That's anywhere from 100 to 200 to, well, let's even bring it down on a smaller scale. It could be anywhere from 50 to 100 people visiting my website on a daily basis. Why wouldn't someone want to advertise something on there?
Yep, it definitely makes sense. And on a business aspect of things, because 15,000 streams is not really doing anything for your bank account.
Yeah, like I think I got maybe $200, $300.
No, it's less than that. It's way less than that.
Most of my no, because I also have,
even on Tidal.
No, but I have my Song Trust. There's other things that I have, which artists should actually do. Sound Exchange, it helps you build a little bit more on your royalties.
Yeah, so pretty much you have your mechanical. You have
I've also had album purchases.
And your publishing.
Album purchases, things like that.
Your digital downloads.
Correct.
Yep.
So things, added up here and there, and paid performances a couple of times, but not like you said, it's not much. Maybe a couple $100.
Yeah, because I tell the consumer, and I'm glad that you actually are speaking about this. And the reason why they should want to support the artists that they like independently and not just stream it or whatever the case may be. Because if you like this and you want to hear more, the more that you support, you buy a hat, you buy a t-shirt, you buy the album, then that artist can actually pay more time and more effort into the art to give you more of what you actually like.
Correct.
If the artists have to go and work a 9 to 5, then they have less time, they have less energy to give to you, the fan. So
I could tell that
that $10 or that $20 or that $50 can benefit
it
both
definitely
people.
goes a long way. As much as, you know, people don't like to have peanuts, you can turn peanuts into peanut brittle. So
Yeah. So what is your website? We haven't even spoke about that.
So my website is imaginelarge.com. So it's I like self to imagine spelled out plain large.com.
And what's the reasoning behind?
So that's actually
.com?
my company. My company name is I Imagine Large. So originally I started with 2 business partners. You know, things happen and we just didn't see ourselves maintaining the same paths in life. So we split, and then I met another business partner, and you know, kind of like the same thing. You know, people just go their separate ways, agreement to disagreements. Nothing too crazy, but you know, people just go their separate ways. And I've made, you know, I had to make investments in merchandising and equipment. Like I have my own embroidery machine, an industrial embroidery machine. I have a vinyl cutter, heat press. Like I do everything from home.
Now, when it comes down to business partners, you know, and just relationships in general, you know, I think that we all on our own path. Would you agree with that?
Of course.
You know, and it's like a highway. You know, we might be on the same road for the next 20, 30, 50 miles.
Yeah, but I might be express lane and you might be on the local side.
Yeah, it might be my exit. You know, it's my time for me to get to my destination. I need to get on a different road right now. And nothing wrong with that. You know, nobody's a hater. No, there's no animosity. It's time to go.
It happens.
Yeah.
That's all.
You know, and then later on, you know, you might merge onto the same road again. Later on,
I mean, there's always
in your journey.
There's always opportunity for that. It's not like
there wasn't no bad blood.
Yeah, it's not like I've been someone, or even on their end, it wasn't like anything like that. It was
just different viewpoints.
Yeah, and that was all. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. So, can they also purchase your merch on the website?
Yes. So right now, the only merch that, like, if you want a Formula Rob merch,
like the hoodie right there.
Yes, this hoodie you can actually, this Rob Padrino hoodie you can actually purchase on my website right now. I have it in 2 colors, in navy with silver and black and gold. I think I posted the hat. I'm not sure if I posted the hat, but I could definitely post it. If I didn't post the hat, you could let me know. If I didn't post it, I'll post it right now.
Well, we're going to edit this interview. So by the time that we edit it, the hat will be up there.
Got you. Definitely.
Yeah. So, and is there anything else? A matter of fact, we have to, who's the young lady on New York? Because that would be kind of messed up not shouting her out.
So that's Mickey Ma'at. She's an artist who I've worked with over the years. We did a couple of songs together. We definitely have a good cadence, chemistry when we perform and just when we make music. So she's someone who I've definitely have previously done and do look forward to making more songs with in the future.
All right, yeah, because that was one of my favorite songs. You know, up on the project, and I was like, because you know I like deluxe versions myself, so I just listened to the deluxe and I'm listening to it, and this song comes on. I'm listening. I'm like, this should be the single, right? And then when it was over, you know, like it stopped because I don't like stare at device. You know, I just let the music play. I just go about doing whatever it is I'm doing. And like the music sound like that was the last song. I'm like, you know, because I'm a producer, I be analyzing things. I said this should have been moved up at like number 3 up on the album. But now I understand that it was a bonus track. And you know, I was just looking forward to doing this interview to actually speak about it.
Yeah.
And
So
now
that was a song that was in the vault, and I was just like, why not? You know, I'm releasing music. Why not? Why not?
Ladies and gentlemen, we might have to tie him down and go through his hard drive and go find these other gems that's been sitting there for years, like New York. Like that would be the timeless song for New York for me.
Okay.
You know, because I can hear this song 5 years ago, 10 years ago, today, next year, 5 years, because I think there's Funk Flex that says, this is what New York sounds like.
Yeah.
That song is what New York sounds like. You know, it's not drill, it's not trap, it's not New Jersey drill, it's not sexy drill. You know, something that might not be around 2 years from now or even next year. But that New York sound always was that New York sound. And that song is that New York sound. It doesn't sound like the 80s. It don't sound like the 90s. It just sounds like
New York.
That New York. Yeah, so that's what I always say. But like I said, as you're listening to this this interview, feel free to go listen to the album, see what I was talking about, and come up with your own judgment, inbox him, and let him know what do you think that timeless song is. So, how can people actually follow you and inbox you?
So my social media is Rob or Robotic, Man or Machine. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I think that's all I have, those 3. But yeah, you can search me, Rob or Robotic, and my website, IImagineLarge.com. Also my company, I Imagine Large. I have an Instagram and a Facebook for that as well, where I'll definitely be, I've been lacking a little bit, but I'll be posting up different merch that I've come up with over the years, different styles and colors, and just twists on different things, New York.
All right. And of course, I have to ask one last question. If somebody wanted to hire you to help them with their merch, can you do that?
Yeah, so I actually provide custom services. I have to like you though. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so if you wanted t-shirts, custom hats, hoodies, pants, sweatpants, anything, like I'm a merchandiser. So, and then I also do it for myself. So like literally, if you think it can, like we can make it happen. It's just, you know, you have to have the right resources. You have to have your logo. You have to have your formats correct. You have to have make sure that you're in the process of trademarking your stuff, so that way once you actually like really start bringing this stuff out and blowing up with whatever market you're in, you have some protection. As you can see, T.I. and Tiny just won a lawsuit settlement, $71. Them LOL dolls, them LOL dolls was a likeness of their daughter in a band or in a group. So
protect yourself.
And I bought my daughter LOL doll. She wanted one for Christmas. I got her one. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's like, don't get caught out there. Don't get caught out there, because you could really benefit from someone else trying to steal your shit.
So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, go check out Formula Rob. I am Slims the Bank, and this is the release.
Transition to my life and my business, y'all. If you see me, don't forget to take my business card. just wanna be. See, that's consistent, y'all. Transition to my life and my business, y'all. If you see me, don't forget to take my business card.